Heated the oven to 150 degrees. In here, I've got some softened butter. Into it, I'm going to add 125 grams of sugar. I've actually used sugar that is slightly infused with vanilla, which is lovely. I showed it to you earlier this year. If you get leftover, you can see them in the bottom there. If you get leftover vanilla, the husk bit of the vanilla pods, you just pop them into sugar and leave them. So they've been sitting in there for a month or so. And this sugar is now beautifully fragranced with vanilla. Beater attachment on a mixer. Beat this until it's light and fluffy. Next going in, I've got 250 grams of plain flour and 125 grams of corn flour, and I'm not sieving it. Start on a low speed and whisk that in. You don't want to overbeat it. That's what it looks like. Flour your surface. Ideally you would use a 22 centimetre square tin, but I don't have one, so I'm using a tin that isn't enormous, and I hope it'll work. Tip your dough out, bring it together, and start to roll it out to roughly the size of your tin. Doesn't matter if bits break off, we can smooth it all when it's in the tin. I'm sure there are far better bakers out there who would make a neater job of this than me. I am not a baker. I just want to have a shortbread with my coffee. We're going to plop it into the tin. I'm just shoveling it onto this. There we go. You can spread it into the corners to just make sure that it's the same thickness, and I get it into the corners. All poked through. That's going in the oven for 50 minutes. This has been in the oven for 50 minutes. I'm going to leave it to cool in the tin, but I am, while it's still hot, going to cut it into fingers. And there we are, you can see it's all cut. So and now I'm just going to very lightly sprinkle it with caster sugar, and then I have to wait for them to cool. That's the hardest part. These have cooled completely. Oh, so good. Just the right amount of crunch around the edge. It literally melts in your mouth. That is the use of corn flour. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to store some in a Kilner jar, and then I'm going to get on a stool and I'm going to keep these on the high shelf so that I only allow myself to have one a day with a cup of tea or a coffee.